I created randomizer app for Helldivers 2 loadout, and I never wrote a single line of code in my life. I was looking for a loadout randomizer for my YouTube channel content, and while I found some decent programs made by many talented Helldivers online, I noticed none of them were tracking personal scores on how well you play the game with those randoms. I mean, you might think, why is it necessary? I think it's fun. So I had a bold idea to create my own using ChatGPT, and I was a little scared that it might take hours to create something so simple, and I was wrong. It took me 2 months. It took me entire 2 months, and then after for a while, I started to instead of manually editing the code from like an index HTML file, I hook up the GitHub. Like I didn't even have a GitHub before. I didn't know how to use it, but now I have a full GitHub web page. It now has a workflow with the codex, which is some kind of the coding application by the OpenAI that you use it with the ChatGPT. I am a paid user, the basic $20 one, so that it does write a code for you basically. And then after that, pretty much nonstop, because I was full of ideas, and then I just keep pushing it into it, just keep requesting changes to the app. And then there are a lot of things that are happening. So as you can see, I can spin this, and then it shows all the primary stratagems, and then you can choose the mod, the planet, and then the planet it's getting from the API endpoints from the web pages. So like it actually like gets the live active planets based on the what major order we are on real time. So you don't get any like a wrong planet. I mean, I tried it, and then I did had a little bit of the issue with the CS, I think, the one that went to the warp it out of the map like recently. That one is probably not like updated right away, but it was pretty on point most of the time. And in that case, you can just manually search the planets. This, also I recently added it. I'm constantly updating the program, but just today I felt like this is finally in the shape up to be kind of officially released, I would say. So once you confirm the planet, it comes with the seed name. It really matches the loadout and the whole like planet and the mod. It's mostly the loadout, I believe. So like it matches the name. So if you ever somehow get this exact same one, you'll get the pretty much the same seed name. But it's probably not gonna happen. I really let AI to create a bunch of words to make sure that it draws a library of the vocab, the words to create the seed name. So hopefully it's interesting. It's not gonna like match the theme of the weapons. I try to make it happen, but I think that just takes another too much brain power for the program. Maybe. And then I can put my name, bootsoftango, but I'm just gonna put test today. I already did the 3 cards today on the live stream just to test it out, and then kind of leave the official record of the stream. So as you can see, so I can show you this now. Here's the result. You can export this in case that I like might do something stupid, and then it messes up the program, it touches you. At least you have it safe. I mean, I don't know how many people will really use this and then dear about the program, but if you're really commit to this, it'll be a good idea to have a way to export and import the data. It's like, I think it's like text file, and then clear. If you want to clear, you can filter out the modes, the factions, and then you can like sort them based on different categories. And then as you can see, the test one I just created shows here, it only draws the line, says that it needs to be the put it in. That's what it basically means. And then the ones that I already put the input, so these are the scores that I got today from the live stream. You can like check on my YouTube channel and then see the the play with all these exact scores I'm manually typing in. And then I kind of did miserably. Out of 3 missions, I failed 2. It was really bad, but at least it was working the way that I intended, so it was kind of fun. And then once you do that, you can like type in the node if you want, and then you can save it, and then it will create the shape. So for test, I'm gonna put like let's say I don't know, like 135 accuracy, 80 depth, 4 stim, I don't know, 6 distance, let's say 2 kilometer stretch, and like 16 major order. Let's just say yes. Uh, and then once you save, as you can see, where's the test? The test one now is created. I don't know if you guys noticed, this one was like a rainbow color because only the top 3 cars are gonna stay as the rainbow, and the next, I think 5 is like gold. After 7, I believe it's like silver, like in a way like that. So like you have like a whole ranking system, like here, as you can see the color is gonna represent the rank right here, so you can kind of visually just see right away on the results tab when you have a list of the cards, by just looking, okay, these are the best one in your card right now, and then again you can check what was in that card. And then another now these are the fun features that I'm proud of that I'm introducing. So you can choose the 2 different cards, and then it will show you the number differences on the performance. And then obviously green means you've done better than the other. I think I can make this to text maybe more tighter left and right. These little small things I will always try to improve with the program. And then you can see the 2 cards are now on the comparison. You can hover your mouse and see the player name, and then like all the weapons and the stratagem, even the planets was in. And then once you click the stack radar, it stacks the 2 of these cards. And the funny thing is that if you hover the mouse over, it will tell you which side the card performed by how far. So it really gives you all this fun little like information, like graphs and stuff to play around. And again, you can also sort this by searches and categories. And then armory is something that also you show you the graph. You can like extend this to see all the items that been rolled in your spin, and then it just basically show you the rate of like how lucky you are with certain items. Like here, out of 4 cards, 2 hell bombs. So apparently this is the most rolled item out of everything. These are subject to change all the time. There's a planets and sectors. So this one is the one thing you can manually go in. Like I said earlier, during today's live stream, there was the moment where I had a one planet that was actually warped out of the map, but it was still popping up on here. So I guess those things are not really updated on the endpoints on the API. And then you can probably just search it here and then disable it so it doesn't pop up on your spin. So things like this. There's also refresh. Sometimes it helps. It's just there. But that's what you could do. And then there's a pool management. This is so what it does is that you can search the stratagems and the weapons that you might not own in your game, and then you can still on the boosters as well. So you can still play the program with whatever you have. You can just control F or search it manually, and then just disable the ones that you don't have. For example, where is it? Combat hatchet. I actually don't have it. This is the only item I haven't bought it from Superstore, or I got everything from the war bonds pretty much. And then out of the Superstore items, I believe this is the only item I have not gotten. So it's a good thing that I just should have caught it just now. So I'm gonna disable it, and then it's not gonna show up. Make sure you save the item. Yeah, I should probably just not do the save items. Probably it's much easier if you just click it and just get done right away. So that's another thing I might change it in the future. Now back to the rank again. So again, more cards you play, you're gonna see most rolled this week, month, all the time. This is the fun part. It's actually gonna show you the best performing like primaries and your sidearms and such. And the way it's gonna work is basically it's gonna require a lot of data to make it more sense, because the random loadout will force you to play with the weapons and stratagems that you're not necessarily good at it or not familiar with. So it'll be obvious that if you roll the ones that you have a comfortable and good with, gonna have a better score. So more cards with those better chances of items with the better chances of winning and then get the higher scores will eventually pop up here. That's my initial idea that how this is going to work. And then I'm just gonna say, like, I will say probably at least like you're gonna need like 70 to 100 like cards of plays to make this information somewhat valid. But I mean, come on, if we play this game every day and then if you at some point you're like, you know what, I play this game like 2,000 hours and then kind of getting bored, maybe it's your time to try this out and then just kind of throw yourself like, all right, let's do this challenge, like, 3 to 5 games a day, but it's going to be all randomized, and then you get to keep your scores and then see how it goes. And in the long run, you might find out there are some weapons that you keep getting randomed. It might end up being your new favorite. How do you know? I got random last time during the test period. I got into use the trident for the first time, and I know it sounds crazy because I was on cyberstun every day, but I have never used trident because I just hated how weird it goes out. Like, shotgun laser, I don't know, I didn't like the way it was visually just going everywhere. But hey, after the test, I had to use it, and then guess what? I kind of liked it. So I'm like, all right, it kind of opens up from my perspective, and it does open for new ways to play the game. And I hope this program brings that to your experience with the Helldivers, and then maybe we can talk about it on my channel as like kind of community, since I mean, I of course I want you guys to engage with me. It's fun, right? That's why I spent 2 freaking months to literally create this program. Considering paying $20 a month for the AI, I would say that this program cost me, a couple, bucks, I guess. It's not free. AI. I was extensively using it. But I'm still releasing it for free because I just wanted to see people have fun and then like the things that I do, and then I don't know, maybe I'm looking for the validation, and then I spend time and money for it. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna put the link for the GitHub, and then pretty much I mean, I honestly don't know how it's going to work on the other people's computer because I never tried it. I don't know there's a way to do it. So hopefully it doesn't go too crazy or have any issues, and then let me know if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions. And thanks again, and bye.